Hello G Nation, I'm your host G, and right now we're gonna have a look at a brand new preview character, which is Chyna, Hall of Fame. She is a trickster. We're gonna have a look at her at 5-star gold. If you're not already a subscriber on my channel, you might want to do that by pressing the subscribe button and the little bell. That'll notify you when I post new stuff, and if you do like this video, leave a like as well. So as usual, I don't get to keep that character. It is sent to me for preview purposes. We have a look at the card poster here. The coach ability is really damn good. At 21k, it is blue gem, do 20% more damage, and green gem, do 20% more damage. Very useful for sure, double color. She has links with the Hall of Fames and 2 gears, which we will see later, but for starting we're not gonna have any gears on. The first one gives you moves that generate all color gems will create 4 more all color gems, and the second one is trap gems do 100% more damage. So the first moveset we're gonna have, they did post a guide on the forum, so we're gonna use the suggested movesets first. First one being the pedigree. 10 MP purple move, finisher, deal 168k damage, make 17 random gems into black gems and pin the opponent. The end spring back elbow, 5 MP black move, deal 68.4k damage and make all black gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, steal up to 2 black MP from your opponent. If broken by you, increase your black gem damage by 30% for 4 turns. The DDT is an 8 MP black move, deal 87.9k damage, and choose 7 gems to make into purple gems. Trainers we'll use Brace so that we start with more blacks. We're going to use Titus so we create 4 extra blacks. We're going to use Hall of Fame Brie Bella because she adds 5% to black damage and she's going to create 1 extra. If I add her at 5-star silver, she would actually create a second black gem. You could also use Riddle. Riddle create 2 extra black gems as well. Mine is just not high enough right now. He only creates 1. So Brie gives me more because she adds 5% on top of that. Secondary trainer, I'm using Big Show NWO. He's going to make it so there's 25% increased chance for black gems on the initial board. You could definitely double up and go Brie and Riddle, or you could use regular Powerhouse Hogan to add 1 extra black. You could put extra black gem damage. I think that's Boogeyman, I think. That adds 25% black or 15, I don't remember. But yeah, you could go that way as well. But in this case, since we do have a move that makes all black into trap gems, I kind of want to have as much black on the board as I can. So let's try that. I do have a belt on. It is Fury gems that are currently there. You could go armor as well. That would work really well too. They're all level 1s like they're not optimal by any means. They're just there for the bonus. And we do add the skill plate, which in this case is the Eternal Positivity. It is whenever you break 3 or more blacks, get 3 purple move points at the end of your turn. I don't think it's going to be needed because we're already going to be making quite a few blacks. And the purple is kind of cheap, so we'll see. Unfortunately, I don't have proper opponents. We're going to go versus Bailey here. And she's definitely a lot lower than I am. The problem is that there's just no 5-star gold on the road for females, so I can't fight any. And even as far as 5-star silvers, we're very limited because most of the matches you have against female at 5-star silver, they require either a specific era or a specific class. So I actually had a hard time even finding an opponent. So we're going to go versus Bailey. So this is definitely more to show what the moves can do, because obviously I'm going to walk all over her being that higher. So, all right, let's do this. Okay, we need to have the volume already. Okay, so we're going to make our traps. Now we're gonna make our purples, and I just need 6. I'm gonna try not to overdo it. I'm gonna put some elsewhere just because I'm making some anyway. Perfect, stayed my turn. And now we're gonna make 22 randoms into black. We're very likely gonna hit some of those traps. It did 738k and it reloaded both our moves. Obviously, that amount of damage will be more than enough to take her out. Had it been a gold, she might have kicked out, but we had both purple moves that were filled up, both black moves that were filled up, and we could have done that. Or if you set it right, you can definitely get all 3 moves going on the same turn. Alright, so that's effective. Let's have a look at something else. Alright, second move set we're gonna have a look at for Chyna. That one is also one they suggested. It is the Power Bomb, 6 MP purple move, deal 80.4k damage plus 22.4k bonus damage for every trap gem. The Gorilla Press Drop, 5 MP red move, deal 68.4k damage and make all red gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, steal up to 2 red MP from your opponent. If broken by you, destroy 5 random purple gems. The Gorilla Press Slam, 5 MP red move, deals 68.4k damage and make all purple gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, steal up to 2 purple MP from your opponent. If broken by you, make 8 random gems into red gems. Trainers we're going to use for that. We're going to use Nash so that we start with 75% increased chance for red gems on the initial board. Same reason why we're using the Fiend as a coach at 25% increase, which means we have 100% increased chance for red gems on the initial board. Why red? Well, because we're using the red in here. It's gonna help us reload those moves. We also have Butch so that the red moves start with 4 more move points. Alternatively, you could use, if you have the perks on, which gives you 3 MP plus a fort on your first turn, you could use Santa Ogun if you have it max, which is unlikely for most. That would give you your starting 5. Again, since that's definitely not going to be the case for like 99% of players, we're going to be using instead Butch just so we start with 4 more move points. Again, you could use a trainer that adds only 1 red, that would work as well, since we're only short 1 if we have the perks. I'm also using Dragon Ear so that the trap gems will do 50% more damage. Don't really care about creating 1 extra because, well, we're already making all reds and all purples, so it's not going to make 1 extra. But I do care about the 50% more damage, both because we're going to be destroying a lot of traps and because we do have a move that increases the damage based on how many there is. Let's do this. Same setup. I haven't changed the plate, which in this case is going to be useless. Right. I'm going to show you how you should play this, and then I'm not going to do it. I'll explain to you why. So normally you're going to drop this, which is going to put traps on all the reds. And you would normally use this to put traps on all the purples. What that would do is you then just break 1 red. It's gonna break all the purples, which are gonna create a whole bunch of red, which is gonna flood the whole board. And you're gonna do about 700k damage or so. At least that's what I did when I tested it. The reason why I'm not gonna do it now is because if I do it, she's not gonna kick out of it because she's a 5-star silver and she can't kick out of 700k. So I wouldn't get to show you the purple move if I did that. So we're gonna play it safe and hope it doesn't cascade anything. And we're just gonna play the red. While cascade 232, she should be able to get out of that. Did reload our red move because we got our match 3. Perfect. So now I'll get to show you the purple move. So we'll Use this again to get traps on the remaining reds. We will use the purple now. Now we got a whole bunch of traps on the board. Probably not as much as you would have had if I did it the other way, but whatever. We're going to get some extra damage based on how many traps we got. That did 606k. And now this should pretty much end what remains of her health. Oh, she dodged. So no, it won't. Let's try that again. There we go. 862k. That's the reason I didn't do that on my first turn, because 862 is even worse than the 700 I got last time. But yeah, this is definitely much better. Alright, let's try this a different way now. Alright, so we're done with the suggested moveset. I'm going to try another one. Basically, very similar to what we just saw, except I replaced the move that does damage for the amount of traps by a stun move, which is the running power slam, 9 MP purple move. Deal 101.2k damage and force your opponent to skip their turn for 1 turn. Trainers are going to be the exact same, except since I don't care about the damage of the traps, I replaced Dragon by Macho. The reason for that is that he does increase damage for reds and purple. If you remember, we basically flood the board with red damage. Red damage is what you want to go here, and I mean, he's red and purple. That's literally both colors we're going to be destroying, so that's why I went with Macho. You could go with Tech Stacy, which increased the red damage. You could go with Typhoon, which increased by 15% the red. You could go with Santa Ogan, which increased a flat 2200 of any color. So you got a couple options. I just went with Macho because he's literally both colors we use. So let's try that. Again, I'm not going to play the first turn as you should, just because she's that weak. Right, so we're just going to make the reds. Normally, again, you would make the purple as well, but I don't want to completely obliterate her on my first turn. I want to show you the purple move. She's going to get out of that. Whew. For a second I thought she wouldn't get out of it. Alright, so I got my purple already here, so that's going to do like 91k in this case and stunner. I'm going to get both out, although there's barely any purples left. Should still be enough to reload my reds, because just the swap alone will reload them, and she's going to be stunned next turn anyway. She's still stunned. Unfortunately, I don't have any purples. So this is not going to be great. I keep reloading my red, at least. Now we do have some purples on the board. Purple. This is probably going to end the turn right away, though. Yep. I mean, I barely got any damage, but... Alright, let's look if we have something else. Alright, the last moveset we're going to have a look at is a variation of the first moveset we had a look at. It's going to be the Running Power Slam again. The 9 MP purple move, deal 101.2k damage and force your opponent to skip their turn for 1 turn. The Pedigree, 10 MP purple move, finisher, deals 168k damage, make 17 random gems into black gems and pin the opponent. And the DDT, 8 MP black move, deal 88k damage and choose 7 gems to make into purple gems. Trainers will use for that, similar to what we tried first. It's going to be Bray to start with more black. Then we're going to have a Titus to create 4 more blacks. We're going to have Brie to create 1 more black and have the black do 5% more damage. Again, if she was maxed, it would be 2 more blacks she would make. And you could also use Riddle that makes 2. Mine only makes 1, so I went with Brie. And I put on Santa Ogan. I don't care about the extra MP to begin with because I don't need it. But I do care about 2200 flat damage to every color, which in this case is going to apply both to the purple and the black. Otherwise, black is what you want to go for. Let's try that. Now, I did not need to go for plus black to begin the match because I'm not making traps like the first time on all those blacks, so I don't care how many there is. Now I need 5 purple. I'll do it that way. Let's just some others elsewhere. Hopefully this ain't gonna cascade. In fact, we got enough, so I'm gonna put my stun. So she's not gonna get her turn. And now we're gonna get a whole lot of black to get our black move maxed. We do that again next turn. But I don't think she's gonna get out of it. If she was a gold, she would have got out of it, and then we had our black move ready to get us our purple and do that over and over, and basically she'd stay stunned. That's gonna be it for the move sets without the gears. Now we're gonna go recruit the gear, and we're gonna try that again. All right, so we're gonna get the gears right there. So we got gold and the silver is what they look like. And the silver, I tend to like the silver better because it looks so much different as opposed to the gold, which looks just basically like a lighter bronze. As far as the boost, the first one is moves that generate all color gems will create 4 more all color gems, and the second one is trap gems do 100% more damage. Now, the silver gear you can get from the last milestone of the solo event, which also gives you, well, actually I don't know if it's the last milestone. I assume it's the last milestone, but it's probably like one of the last 2 milestones. And there's also the actual character you can get there at 4-star gold, I believe, that you can get from one of those last milestones as well. And the gold one you can get in 2 ways. You can get either by basically being number 1 in the leaderboard, or you can get from pulls. You can also get the gold one in the pulls. So they're both going to be extremely hard to get, unfortunately. But we're still going to have a look at them. So we'll have both equipped. We're going to try again what we just did, which was the running power slam, the pedigree, and the DDT. So basically making a whole bunch of blacks and keeping her stunned. Using the exact same characters we tried earlier. That. Oh, I gotta go back to my match. go. So it should be pretty similar with just more damage. Okay. So now this time I'm making 11 purples. Obviously don't need that much. Only need 5. So we're just going to replace some others just so we're not wasting them. Well, technically we're still wasting them. I don't want to overdo it because I don't want my turn to end. Unfortunately, we did get an extra match, but it still remained our turn. Now we get this done. I will use the finisher. It's going to do a whole lot of blacks. And apparently that was enough. $405. And she is done. We're going to try that again, but this time instead we're going to be using the move that makes a whole bunch of traps to begin with. So let's do that. Alright, so now we're going to try what was originally the first move set. It was a variation of that with the trap move instead of the stun. So it's the pedigree and the DDT. We're putting back the handspring back elbow, which is a 5 MP black move. Deal 68.4k damage and make all black gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, steal up to 2 black MP from your opponent. If broken by you, increase your black gem damage by 30% for 4 turns. I'm going to be trying again with the same trainers we just did. You could replace Hogan and put, what was it, NWO Big Show I think it was, that you start with more blacks, 25% chance more black. But nah, we're going to keep black damage extra instead with Hogan. Try that again. Alright, so we're going to make all blacks into traps. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of them. Well, what I'll do is I'll break 2 traps. Actually, what the hell? Let's just break a whole bunch of them. That's going to give me enough purple to get my finisher. Hopefully it's not going to end my turn. And it's going to break 3 traps. Which means we're going to get increased black damage to hit our finisher. See, right now our black damage is at 28k per gem. Now we're going to make 26 of them thanks to that gear. Should do good. 988. Probably should have played it like that on the first time. Oh, she almost got out of it, really. A 5-star gold would have got out of it. But then you get to do it again. I think I like the red trap moves better, so let's try those again. Alright, back to the red move sets. Actually, we're going to switch them just for the look. We're going to put on the gold one. Still get the same bonus anyway. We'll go back to the Power Bomb 6 MP purple move, deal 80.4k damage plus 22.4k bonus damage for every trap gem. The Gorilla Press Drop 5 MP red move, deal 68.4k damage and make all red gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, steal up to 2 red MP from your opponent. If broken by you, destroy 5 random purple gems. And the Gorilla Press Slam 5 MP red move deals 68.4k damage and make all purple gems into trap gems. Broken by your opponent, steal up to 2 purple MP from your opponent. If broken by you, make 8 random gems into red gems. Now we're gonna go a different way with trainers. Now, since I do have Ogun that gives me 1 MP, I don't need an MP trainer. So I replaced the MP trainer, which would normally be either Sting or Butch, or actually you could use any of those that just give 1 MP, that'd be fine too. Like you could use Batista that boosts your red move damage and get that 1 red MP on top of that. We're going to use Goldberg for 35% increased red move damage. We're still going to use Nash to get 75% increased chance for red gem on the initial board. But we do have to put Ogun there for that 1 MP, but he also gives us 2200 more damage for any color. So that's going to boost the red. And I'm going to use Macho to get 20% more red and purple damage. And now you could be using, as I did earlier, Dragon that would boost, I believe, by 50% your traps. And you do have a ton of traps, so he's probably a better option. But like we saw earlier, you're making so much red on everything that I kind of want to try going red all the way. So let's try this. Plus I already get the bonus from the gear, which was I think 100% or something like that. Yeah, trap gem do 100% more damage. I already get the bonus from the gear anyway. I'm curious. Let's see. Right now, regular reds, they do 15k. And you have a trap on them, they do 23k. Now, you remember last time I did not use both traps because my opponent is just too low. We saw how it goes if I just make it last. Let's just blow her up. I'm going to do both on the first turn. I'm going to destroy the purples and the red. Everything goes to hell. It's kind of hard to see because, like, I think it's just visual. Like, it looks like the red traps are doing like the purple effect, making, because you break the red and it makes a whole bunch of red. It makes a whole bunch of red. You don't see that it destroys the purple. But I think it's just the way that it visually does it, that it kind of just not renders the proper way. Because if you do them individually, you do see that the moves are working right. When you do them both at the same time, I think the game just renders it weird. Because the first time I did it, I was like, why did it make a whole bunch of red? It's supposed to destroy purple, but I think it's just that it renders that effect before the destruction of the purple. Alright, so I don't need to do the other one really, because as you saw, that completely destroyed her. I'm just going to do it another time for fun. But this moveset, you could definitely use both purples. Either the purple that does extra trap damage, or the purple that stuns. Because the purple that does trap damage, it's boosted at 45k with the trap bonus. Plus, if you were to use Dragon, it'd be even higher than that. Now the purples. Let's blow everything. Yeah, because you see it destroys the purple under where the red shows. It's definitely just a rendering thing. Not getting out of that. Well, maybe she will. Oh shit. she did get 800k on the first, like on her first attempt with that cascade. Well, that ain't gonna do much for her, really. A 5-star gold would have kicked out of it, so that's going to be a good showing. This is going to be doing a lot more health than she has. That took out everything there was left, and this would have taken whatever would have been left. I think this is my favorite moveset, really. 1.18 million right there. Alright, well that is it for Chyna. I don't need to do the other one. I mean, we barely even ever get to use the purple, really, versus a 5-star silver, that is. But yeah, I'd say definitely incredibly powerful character. I definitely like her. I hope I'm gonna get her. I don't have much of such hope, unfortunately. I think she's gonna be pretty hard to get. She's a 2000 shard recruit. She gets released, well, she might actually be released by the time I'm posting this. So yeah, Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern is when she goes live. So thanks for watching, guys. If you're not already a sub, make sure to do so to be kept aware when I post new stuff. Any questions, ask them. And if you like the video, leave a like and share. See you guys. Ciao.